Alright, chums,
ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting Camp Cretaceous video by Jeremy James Prutchick. One of my favorite things featured in Season 2 of Camp Cretaceous was the story of Ben and his fight for survival. Here, Ben really grew as a character and found the strength and courage inside of him that he never knew he had. He learned to adapt and overcome his fears. For lack of a better word, he became a real badass, and this especially shows during his epic battle with Toro the Carnotaurus. If you remember, Ben charged towards Toro with reckless abandon, which sounds like a very brave idea, but at the same time, a very stupid idea. As a result, some viewers of this show felt that this part of the story was a little cartoony and out of place, myself included. Now, I don't say that with negative intent. I enjoyed this scene very much. At the same time, I understand where some people are coming from regarding their skepticism towards this scene, and if you're one of those people, that's okay. But hear me out for the next few minutes. Upon further viewings of Season 2, Episode 5 of Camp Cretaceous, I rediscovered some things that I kind of glossed over the first time I saw them. Things that might offer a different perspective about this whole thing. That maybe this scene's not as silly as we initially thought. I just hope that I can at least find some kind of middle ground on this scene, even if it's just a little bit. So here goes nothing. I'm going to talk about why Ben fought Toro in Camp Cretaceous. To find the answer to the topic at hand, we need to retrace Ben's steps. Shortly into the aforementioned episode, Ben tried to climb a big tree to get his bearings, but a massive sliver in his finger impeded his efforts. Ben had to find another way to figure out where he was. So Ben started walking in no particular direction until he came across a big rock formation. When he climbed to the top, he saw that he was standing at the edge of a large canyon. Unfortunately, it was too wide to jump across and too wide to build something that could reach the other side. Plus, there didn't appear to be a way around it either. He couldn't go that way, and he turned back. Later, Ben came to the edge of a dark and misty forest. Ben hesitated. It did not look promising that going through this forest would lead anywhere specific. He couldn't go that way, and he turned back again. Then, Ben came to a river. Ben hesitated again. Maybe he thought the water was too rough or too deep to cross safely. He couldn't go that way either, and he turned back again. Ben was running out of options. Where else could he go? Eventually, Ben emerged from the forest where he started and entered a clearing. Here, he found a road which he knew for sure led to the park. The only problem is that Toro seemed to have claimed that area as his new territory. With every other path Ben encountered coming to a metaphorical dead end, the only known path to safety was through Toro's territory. After narrowly escaping an attack from Toro, Ben ended up right back where he started, trapped in that small region of the island, and Toro was blocking the only way out. Eventually, Ben found the courage and determination needed to fight for his survival. After toughening himself and honing new skills, Ben felt that he was finally ready to face the only thing separating him from his friends, as he said, quote,
"Time to get out of here."
End quote. Despite the cartoony antics shown in Ben's fight with Toro, this was all done to help build Ben's character. Toro was a hurdle to overcome, both physically and mentally speaking, and Ben succeeded in overcoming this hurdle. Bumpy coming to Ben's aid only made his will stronger, because he no longer had to face the danger alone. These two friends were ready to face their fears and escape together. So I don't think Ben is as reckless in this scene as I thought before. At least not as much. Ben didn't fight Toro because he felt invincible. He fought Toro because there was no other way for him to go to find his friends. So take some time to think about all this. I think this just makes Ben's character growth all the more better. I mean, there are so many things I can talk about in regards to Ben and his story, but I'll save those topics for another time. As I mentioned in the beginning, when it comes to certain details, sometimes it's easy to gloss over them. You might even think they're not that important, or you might even forget about them entirely. But when you give something another watch, you might pick up on something different than before, and see and think about things in a different way. So hopefully, I've at least offered you a different perspective, and gave you some new things to think about when it comes to this scene. On that note, this concludes another video by Jeremy James Prutchick. What do you think about this scene now? Did it help you see something different than before? Let's have some fun and talk about it in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more Jurassic content, check out my channel and subscribe. Hang in there, guys.